Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. I know that some of you were expecting to see me on Monday, but let me tell you something. I was wiped out from 90s Con, you guys, wiped out. I know you might be thinking I'm going to spend the episode telling you all about that today, but that's actually a special episode that's coming up this Friday, April 4th, 2025, at the usual time. I've got lots of people joining me for that episode to do a little recap of 90s Con, but today, we are celebrating friendship, hugs, and all that fun stuff as we talk about the behind the scenes of our new children's book, There Will Be Hugs. And I'll be joined today by my co host and the illustrator of that book, Brittany Floyd. So stay tuned. We have an all new episode coming up for you right now. Hello, everybody. Good morning and happy Wednesday to you. It is Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. I hope you are doing well today. I'm just getting my stuff here going in the behind the scenes. It's going to be a great episode today. I've got a quick breaking news segment for you. We have our Joyversation. I'll be joined in a few minutes by my fabulous co-host today, Brittany Floyd, where we'll be celebrating friendship and hugs and all of the behind the scenes of our new family book that is coming out very, very soon. April 19th is the day. It's called There Will Be Hugs. And I have a little preview for you guys coming. I can't show you yet because Brittany's not here. So I have a little preview for you guys coming up here shortly. So I can't wait to share that with you coming up. We have so much to do on the show today. If you're joining us live or on the replay, I would love for you to say hello down below. Let us know where you're joining from. And of course, what is bringing you joy today, because that's what the show's all about. So with that, let's get into our breaking news segment. All right, we have learned that beloved actor Val Kilmer has passed away. Val was not only an incredibly talented actor known for absolutely iconic roles in films like Top Gun, Batman Forever, and The Doors, but also someone who showed us what it looks like to persevere and create through adversity, especially in his later years battling health challenges. So we send so much love to the Kilmer family as well as all of his fans around the world. In addition to that, we also received heartbreaking news closer to home. Our dear friend and community member, Sharon Saraga Walters, has lost her precious puppy, Reno. He's sort of affectionately known to me behind the scenes as the unofficial Breakthrough Show Network puppy. Reno's playful energy, adorable photos, and loving spirit have touched us in many ways in this community, including hearing Reno sing "Happy Birthday." I don't know if you guys ever heard that, but I'm hoping we'll get to show a clip again here in the coming days. But I want to remind everybody that grief, whether we're mourning someone we know personally or someone who inspired us from afar, it's part of the human experience, right? And while we hold space for the sadness, we also honor the joy that these lives have brought into our world. Joy doesn't leave us when grief shows up. They are partners in reminding us how precious and meaningful our connections are. So today we're going to dedicate this space to the light that both Val and Reno shared with the world, and to the joy that continues even when our hearts ache. So I'm so glad that we're able to share this time together here this morning. And with that, it's time to bring my fabulous co-host on today. She is a spiritual artist. She is the co-host here, a co-host here on Project Joy Live, and she's also the illustrator of our brand new book that's coming out April 19th. There Will Be Hugs. Please welcome back to the show, Miss Brittany Floyd. Brittany's here, everybody.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So
We have a
happy to
lot
be here.
yes, we have a lot to celebrate today with our book coming out, but also for anybody that's never self-published a book, it's a real good time because there's a lot of things that have to happen behind the scenes, and one of those things is making sure that your manuscript and your cover gets approved by KDP, which is your publisher when you're self-publishing through Amazon. And that stupid cover was kicked back 8 times, at least 8 times, and I was so frustrated. But after what was a really challenging day for me yesterday, this morning I woke up to a new leaf because it was all accepted this morning. So we're very excited about that. But we're going to get into so much about the book coming up here shortly. But before we do that, we have to have our joyversation. You ready, Miss Brittany?
Yeah,
Here we
absolutely.
go. Let's do it. All right, Brittany, I feel like you're really going to love our joyversation today because it's going to be right up your alley. You ready for it? Okay.
Yeah.
You know how people ask, what's your favorite color? And you have to sit there and be like, well, I kind of like this color. I kind of like that color. Today's question is way better than that because the question is, what are your 5 favorite colors?
5?
5. You get 5 options here, and I love this. I'm so excited because now I feel like this is one question I can answer because I get to say 5.
You get to pick more than one thing, right?
As I get to say 5. Okay. So I want everybody to comment below your 5 favorite colors. And I'm gonna let Brittany go. Go, Brittany.
Okay, so my very first, I love me a soft pink. It does something to like in my soul. It just feels so right. And green, blue, any shades of blue, really light blue, royal blue, whatever. Let's see, orange. I love orange. And as weird as it sounds, I've been becoming more of a fan of brown. I don't know if it's
Oh,
because, yeah, like there's different shades of brown that actually, I don't know if it's because I feel good in it or what. I don't like, and then all these trees I've been painting too. So maybe that has something to do with it. How many
could be
colors
that.
is that? 4? That was 4 colors?
I
I
think
don't
I
know.
think
I
it was
can't.
5. I think you said 5. I
Okay.
was sort of counting over here, but also thinking of mine. Okay, y'all know that my number 1 favorite color is purple. And in fact, I posted a story on Instagram and Facebook. I think maybe day before yesterday about the color purple and what the meaning of it is, and how it really represents, creativity and spirituality and like deeper connection. And so it's no shock that purple is our home color here at the network as well, because I feel like that really represents all of us that are involved in the
Yeah.
Breakthrough Show Network. So but that's my number 1. My number 2 is pink,
Pink.
and like bright hot pink. That's what I love. I think my number 3 has to be like a sapphire blue. It really reminds me of my grandmother. Her birthstone was sapphire, and she always had these little dainty sapphire earrings that she would wear. So I really like that color.
Yeah.
Um, and then number 4, this some people I guess don't really call this a color, but I love the color black. I always have because I just feel like it's a great starting canvas for these neon bright colors that I like. They show up a
Mhm.
lot better on black than they do on white. And I don't know. I like black clothes. I like I like darkness as opposed to
I mean,
bright. Like, I mean, not in that kind of way, but you know, like I don't know.
yeah.
I just like that. And then number 5, I'm gonna have to go with yellow because and you see it down in the corner down there as well. That's our secondary color on the network also. And it represents my brother. He loved the color yellow, and it's also the cancer awareness color. It's a lot of different reasons for that, but it's also like it's a bright sunshiny color. Why not?
Joyful. Yeah.
That's it. It is joyful. Let's check in over in the comments and see who's joining us today. Miss Teresa's here. What have we been up to? We're going to share all about that on the show today. Miss Daniela's here. Good morning. Good to see you. I know it was so sad about the news with Val and then also Reno this morning. Also, let's see. I was called on to be an extra in the Doors movie, but my employer wouldn't let me off work. See, I need you to raise your hand if you think Teresa should start a show where she just talks about all these experiences that she's had with musicians and movies and actors and all that.
Mhm. I think she
See?
definitely should. Mhm.
It's unanimous. Yes, we are sending love to Sharon today. And speaking of Sharon, good morning. Waking up to enjoy Project Joy, your new book coming. Thank you so much for recognizing Reno. We of course we love Reno. We love Reno.
Yeah.
It's Brittany, bitch. Also, Danielle said 5 shades of purple, and I'm here for
There you
that.
go.
I'm
Yes.
here for 5 shades of purple. Teresa said hers are blue, green, teal, turquoise, and purple. Love that. Love that. Also saying hello to Christy and Laura over on the IG. If you're joining us on IG, let us know what your 5 favorite colors are. And we have to hold on. I'm trying to go back here. I have too much happening in my brain today. We gotta talk about the book, guys. I'm so excited to do that. And so we're gonna take a super quick break. And when we come back, we're gonna dive in to a big warm hug. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. Today is Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. We're here with Miss Brittany Floyd today, my fabulous co-host. I hope you guys are all doing well here. We are going to talk about something that is coming on April 19th. And I'm so excited because I actually have the proof copy in front of me. You can see the little line here. So this one is not for sale, people. This is my personal copy. And it's actually shifted a little bit since the proof came out anyway. So it's fine. This is a one of a kind. Maybe one day this will be worth millions of dollars. You never know.
Yeah, there you
go. So I want to talk first with you about and let everybody know how There Will Be Hugs came to be. Do you remember that episode?
Yes, I do.
It was very funny because so last year, Brittany and I were co-hosting an episode, and at that point we had not met in person, and we got into this sort of conversation about what it was going to be like to meet in person. And I don't remember who said it first. Somebody said there will be hugs. I think I might have said it, and then you repeated it. And then I got to talking about these random rabbit holes I go down in my brain, but I said it out loud, and I was like, somebody's going to be the tree, and the other one will be the koala, and there will be hugs. And so it was this moment that we had on air that was so funny. And we could not stop laughing. I just remember it being so hilarious. And then I don't actually remember what came next. I think I made some merch in our store with the tree and with a koala on it. And then you painted one.
Yeah, I still have. I need to send it to you, by the way. I have. So I started because you had made merch, and then that inspired me to do a painting for you, and I was gonna send it to you. And I think at that moment, like when I was looking at it, it just kind of like this should honestly be a children's book. We could do this, and then since then, it's just.
Yeah, it just took off. Like I finished the manuscript last year. And it's a very basic, like it has I think a total, the entire book, which is not just the story, there's other things in there too, which we'll share about here coming up in a moment. But the entire book is only 59 pages. It's larger print, beautiful illustrations. So it's a really easy to digest book, but I wanted to one, honor our friendship in the writing of the book and how it sort of happened, because I've shared about this in the creation of the Friendship Paradox film, and also in a lot of conversations that we've had here on the network about friendship, about how friendships change over time, about how we have this idea of what friendship is supposed to look like when we're younger, and literally no one prepares us for how different it actually is when you become an adult and you're juggling partners and kids and jobs and bills and life stress and things like that. And I felt very sort of shell shocked by that, and almost unprepared. And this book, creating on the writing side for me, was an opportunity to sort of hint at how we complicate things as adults when it comes to friendship, and how it really is as simple as being intentional and saying, I want a friendship that, and you've created sort of the space for that, and then leaning in on our commonalities rather than all of the things that make us different. Those things are beautiful, yes, but to nurture and sustain a friendship, you've got to lean into like those things that we have in common and the things that we each love that might be similar, you know? So that was my perspective when it came to writing the book. Take us through like some of your process of illustrating the book, because I know you had a fun time with that as well.
Well, I did end up finishing the illustrations of the book last year or sometime. I can't remember exactly when, but honestly, truthfully, this book means so much to me, because it's like a reflection of our friendship. It's like I wanted it to represent a hug like in life form, like you know what I mean, like that you could see, that you could feel, and it was just like I had to. I had finished it, right? And then I was looking over and, like with like any artist does or any person does, and like going over the nitpicks, and I'm like, I do not like these trees. So I don't know how many trees were in act. I'll have to go back and read. I mean, see how many trees are act. But I went back and painted all the trees again. And to be honest, I'm so happy that I did, because once I did, it just felt so good.
Yeah.
And so like it just, while I was painting these things, it's just like takes me back to the times that made me feel like I've been lifted through love, held through the storms. Like I just didn't have to carry life alone, with friendship, right? And so it's just like this book is kind of, the illustrations in it for me is kind of like a love letter to those moments.
Yeah.
So
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I think I feel like the process of going through it with you was pretty easy. Like I had finished the manuscript, um, and then you had done the illustrations, and then I actually went back and changed the manuscript after you finished the illustrations, because and it was amazing to me how the illustrations still fit after the changes, and I was able to actually elaborate a little bit further or break the story down a little bit further based on the illustrations. And so I feel like that part of working together was the easy part. And then sort of, I think life happened for both of us the end of
mhm.
last year and going into the start of this year. Like it's just been completely crazy. And the fun part of all of this is, which is reflected in a little story at the end of the book, is that we did get to meet in person finally, November of last year. In fact, we also met with Danielle, which was super fun also. And uh, so everything is sort of worked out, I feel like, how it needed to. I think at the time we were both, when we had the idea, we were both really excited about it and like, oh, this will be really easy to get out quickly. But life sometimes happens. And so,
Mhm.
but I feel like this is such a perfect timing for this book to come out. It's coming out on April 19th, which is the day before Easter. And Easter, happening during springtime, I feel like it's very representative of new things blooming and blossoming. And if we use that analogy of like flowers blooming and new buds and everything else, once that happens, you have to nurture those things and take care of them. And that's one of the themes of the books, is like, taking that time with each other and nurturing what you've manifested, which in this case is friendship.
Yeah. I remember seeing the final copy when you sent it over to me before you submitted it. When I tell you all that that last page when you was talking about, I lost it. I mean, I was crying throughout the whole thing, but like you said, I feel like this moment, like that that even though there was some time in between, even though after we have finished it, like we finally got to meet, so that I feel like, and there was definitely hugs, you all. There was
There was
definitely hugs.
hugs, and you will see that reflected in the book. I want to take you guys a little bit through the book. As I said, I have the proof copy here. It's a very digestible book, as you can tell. This is the cover. This is the back. It tells a little bit about the story and the why. Um, I could should I read the first couple pages just so people can get
Yeah.
a okay. All right. So there will be hugs. I'm going to try to do it librarian style here. I'm not going to read you the inscriptions, cuz that's part of the fun you'll get later. But it says, "This is a story about friendship. In a great big forest, under a starry night sky, two lonely koalas rested high in their trees far, far apart. Brittany's cute little koalas. And far, far apart, under a magical full moon, they both made their own wishes that night. I want a friend who will play and sing with me, thought Cora the koala. Their eyes were squeezed tight as they smiled with their wish. And when we meet, there will be hugs. I wish for a friend to explore and eat snacks with, Kip the koala thought. They were giggling with excitement. And when we meet, there will be hugs. As their wishes floated off into the night sky, the two koalas drifted off to sleep. And that's all I'm going to give away. That's all I'm going to give away of the story, but it's very cute, as you can tell. We love the illustration. And in addition to the actual story, there's a little story at the end after the last page that tells about what we just talked about our friendship, about how it came to be, and there's some cute little pictures in there of when we did meet in person. And then, and this is going to be so fun for the kids, there's a whole part in the back where Brittany takes you through how to draw a koala. And it takes you through all these pages and how to draw the koala, which is so cute. And then you also have an entire page of friendship affirmations, because as I shared, one of the themes of the book is being intentional about friendship, about really putting it out into the abyss, what it is that we want in a friendship. And so there's 3 sets of affirmations, one for children, one for teens, one for adults, which is great because this is intended to be a family book. And then there are 2 pages, Meet the Author, Meet the Illustrator, where Brittany and I both share our thoughts, our information about us, but also our personal thoughts and dedications for the book. And then at the end, there's a little message from us as well. So that's what's all can be found in the book, which we're really excited about. It's going to be so good. I want to check over on the comments really quickly. Danielle was saying she remembered that that show, by the way. Hi, Joanne. Thank you so much. We're so excited as well. What a creative and sacred marriage of Brittany's moving artwork and Jessica's moving words. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Teresa. I have always loved koalas, and when we meet Jessica, there will be hugs. Joanne is only like 40 minutes from me here, and we have not met in person, so we need to do that for sure. Love it. Sharon said, love that, Brittany. Your illustrations were like love letters. Love the book, love hugs, and what a great book to share out into the world. Congratulations. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sharon.
you.
We appreciate that. What a great idea, showing how to draw a koala and including the affirmations too. I think the story itself, I think, reflects who we are. Brittany and I think, I'm not going to speak for you, Brittany, but I feel like we've both been on, a spiritual journey, and the connection to the divine and ourselves are also really important. And I feel like there's a lot of things in the book that are said without saying it. So making a wish on the full moon. I feel like the koalas really know themselves. They like, they know they love to munch on some eucalyptus leaves, and they know they love to sing little songs and, play out in the forest. And I feel like they know themselves well. And I think that that's the journey we've both been on individually as well.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree on that. Especially I love, because we both love the moon. So I really love that you said, instead of wish upon a star, you wished upon the moon. So
Right.
that like there's little things like that in the book that like really represent us, and that I think it just adds it all together and just makes it that much more meaningful to me. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
almost
I
gonna
think
cry.
I know, I'm trying to hold it together over here, people. Trying to hold it together. But there's those little moments that I don't even think that I necessarily grasped onto as much even during the process of writing as I have now. That seeing it all come together and thinking back to the journey that we've each taken individually and then the journey that we've taken together. And I already, because in typical Jessica fashion with 9 million ideas in her head, I messaged Brittany when the copy came out and I said, get ready to draw some more koalas because I have some more ideas and I think we can go somewhere else with another book. So I think it would be, if Brittany it feels called to aggravate herself drawing some more trees, we might be able to come out with another one too, which will be good. But for now, I'm so excited about this. I want to show,
Me too.
like, guys, these, you can even tell. One of the things that I love about the illustrations and the way the illustrations came out, these were all hand painted by Brittany onto mini canvases, okay? And then they were scanned in to create the illustrations for the book. So this isn't like digital art. This isn't like
Mm-mm.
these are hand painted, and you can tell because when you get, I can't even really show you. When you get close, you can see the texture, you guys.
Yeah, the
The
texture.
paint, the illustrations in the book. I'm trying to find. Okay, I think this might be, yeah, this is a good one. Okay, so on this page, you can even tell his little ears, like the texture on there. You can tell that they were hand painted, you know, like how it's like a rougher texture. And so I just love that too because it makes it very personal. It feels like as you're reading that Brittany like sat down to, like, she's painting as you go almost. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, and I think that that was also my intention. I wanted people to feel that comfort and joy. I mean, because let's face it, koalas are cute already, you
Yeah.
know. So like adding that cuteness and they just comfort and cuddly. And I wanted to not only like I wanted to bring that to life as you were reading it. So that was like my main focus and intention when I was is to bring that comfort, that joy, that and that's what kind of made me help me choose the colors and everything, and I'm just so happy and so pleased.
Yeah.
Should I give them a sneak peek of actually a hand painted
Oh yeah. Yep.
one of
Yep.
the hand? I have them here. Let's see here. I don't know which one I want to show. I think I'll show my one of my absolute favorites, and I think I love this one so much. And it's crazy enough, it doesn't have the moon in it, but it I love the night sky in this one. So this one is one of my favorites.
And notice how there's purple in there too, and pink. Remember we were talking about, and blue
Mhm.
and
And
brown.
blue.
Like we were talking about colors earlier. So it's so cute. I love that. I love that. And I think we talked about this before, but I think we may do some prints for you guys in the merch shop that you'll be able to get after as well. I'll be able to put those in because some of the pages, we do have to have a little bit of room for the words of the story as well. So some of the pages you're only getting, like for example, this one, you're only getting partially, which I love the big moons. I just love the big moons so much. And so you're only getting partial of the actual images, but some of them are really, really beautiful as a full illustration as well. And so hopefully we'll be able to put those out for you guys also. Does anybody have any questions about the book, about the process, about what to expect, about any of that? Let us know down in the comments. I'm trying to get my other computer to cooperate here, but going through and see if there's anything else. Um, what do you hope that people get out of the book?
I really hope that they take from this book that it's just a reminder to me, and so I want other people, that connection is always within reach. So no matter what day you're having, um, that love is always there, waiting for you to wrap you up in a nice big hug, and that the book will be like if you order the paperback or the Kindle version, that you can always pick that up, and that be a reminder to you that um, that you're never truly alone.
Yeah. I think it's important. I mean, that's another little side message too, is that, the koalas were from different parts of the forest, and they weren't alone even before I mean, they were still there. They weren't alone, even before they met up in person, in the story, which I just gave away part of the story, but you'll get it. Anyway, um, I think for me, I shared with you guys we're going to be on Friday with Danielle and my girls talking about 90s Con this last weekend. And one of the people that I had the opportunity to talk to was Raleigh Lewis, who played in the movie Cool Runnings, among other things. And he's such a sweet guy. I can't wait to tell you more about him. But I was talking about this show, Project Joy. And that we have this need right now for me to share the joy, share the love, share the peace. And he said to me, um that's how we fight back. That's how we fight back. And I feel like this is how we fight back, like, and I'm getting emotional just thinking about this, because we're in this world where we want to point out our differences and talk about all of the things that separate us, and argue, and keyboard warriors, and all of these things. And this is it. This show, friendship, love, peace, hugs, this is how we fight back. And so that's what I hope people can see, is that we really do complicate it at times,
Yeah.
when it comes to friendship. And it really is as simple as being intentional and just going, we're going to be friends. And what do we have in common? And let's lean on those things, and so I hope that y'all will fight back with us, with some hugs and love and all of that. Joanne was commenting on the gorgeous
Oh,
illustrations. Uh, she says she's always wanted to make a children's book but needed an illustrator. So there it is. Yes, Mandy, I love that advice too. And thank you for being here, Mandy. She was wishing us success and looking forward to the hard copy and sharing with the kids in her district. I know Brittany's got some book readings coming up. That's an exciting
yeah.
next thing. And I'll have some things coming up here in Southeastern Connecticut. So we will definitely keep you guys informed of different events that we will be doing. But there's a couple things that are really important, you guys. You can go to I'm gonna get the link here for you all and put it down in the chat over on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, I will get it to you. You can look on my my profile. But number one, we need Hug Squad members. What is the Hug Squad, Brittany?
The Hug Squad is basically, oh, you asked me way too quick.
I'm putting it on you because I'm over here trying to get the link for everybody.
I know I had other things going on.
Crap.
basically, if you join the Hug Squad, you get updates, early updates on everything, that get more behind the scenes things. And we're looking for people that would purchase the Kindle version or the paperback version when it's released, and then write a review on it. But basically, we're really wanting to push that the meaning behind the book out there, because I feel like it's needed. And just real quick before you go, it just made me sit here and think about our friendship, right? And I don't know, like, I know that we met through the Jacksons,
Yeah.
but it's just so funny and so wild to me that really our friendship, like, I started watching Project Joy for live first. And then it was just, and then I came on the show. And then guess what? Like everything is surrounded by the joy. If you like, we met on Project Joy, even though I met you through the Jacksons, but I feel like I got to know you more the more I watched Project Joy live, and then I started coming on the show,
And
and
we
just
had the
everything.
event. We had musical evening of giving. You were a big part
Yeah,
of that as well. Yeah.
yeah, and then just our takeoff from there, and even the whole "There Will Be Hugs" moment and Koala and Tree moment was here on Project Joy Live. So it just warms my heart so much. I'm
Yeah.
so I didn't think that it would affect me in the way that it has, because I tell you, I have cried a lot of tears over this. For many different reasons. I think that we both have long for a friendship like this, and I'm forever grateful for you, and forever grateful that now, like, we're both so creative that we could do projects like this, and that we are capable of doing it and pushing ourselves out there, and I'm just so happy. I'm so happy.
Me too. Me too. I also, um, this is your first book that
Mhm.
you've been a part of, and this is, I think, uh, this is my fourth or fifth, I think, book that I've been a part of, and but it's my first children's book or family book. Um, and I this book is really special to me because it speaks to the power of storytelling as a means to get a message across, that we don't have to come out and wag our fingers in people's faces and give people a TED talk or bullet points or whatever else to get a point across, that it could be as simple as through a hug, through illustrations, through a really basic story. And another thing that's really important to me about this book is that this is really inclusive. The entire book is gender neutral. Um, Kip and Cora are the names of the koalas, and they could be any koalas, and so it really it's for everyone. You don't know how old they are, you don't know what part of the woods they come from, you don't know what type of koala, you don't know anything other than they're cute little koalas and they just want to be friends, and it's as simple as that. It could be as simple as that, and so I think it's so important, and I'm really excited to have this come out. I put the link in the comments for you all to be part of the hug squad, and again, all you have to do with that is purchase the book on the 19th, or you could even pre-order it now, which it's ready to do that. Um, and if you cannot be part of a hug squad, we totally understand that too. And the link is down there as well, to sign up for the mailing list so that you know when the book comes out. And we would love to have you be a part of it in whatever way you can. Mandy is very proud of you, Miss Brittany. Um, give out free hugs where you live, and then you can talk about those people with the book too. Yes, we should do that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go stand on the corner, free hugs. That's all. I don't know how that's gonna turn out, you guys, but I love hugs, and
Yeah, and the power of a hug is just so transformative. Like, it's more than just a simple hug. It's a reminder to let us know that, we're here, we're not alone. And like, to me, it's just our heart, when people hug, it's our hearts greet. That's the closest our hearts will ever be towards one another. And the healing and power of a hug, it just is so deep. I love hugs. I can't speak for, I know not everyone does, but like the power of a hug is truly transformative and healing. And I I feel like we've kind of lost a little bit of that with COVID happening and those, like people are still continuing that social distance. And even though like a hug doesn't have to be physical, it could be emotional. Like there's many a times that before we've met that I feel like I've literally hugged you.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I
I feel
just
the same. It's we're in a much more digital world now than we used to be. And again, I'll talk more about this on the show on Friday. Especially having gone to 90s Con over the weekend, and you're kind of propelled into this space of nostalgia and realizing how things once were. My daughters were dialing on a rotary phone at the thing. They had never done that before, and then picked up a payphone, which they had never seen before either, my littlest ones. And so it takes you back to this place that we're just not there anymore.
yeah,
We're not that world is gone. It doesn't exist. And so we're in this very digital world, but I still think, and we've done it through this book. I'm going to be so
yeah,
bold as to say we've done it through this book. We have the power, you guys, in the digital space to make things as warm as a hug, to be inclusive, to be warm and loving, and use an emoji for Christ's sake. Like all of these things. Like like don't be so dry online, you guys. Like we have the power to make it a warm and loving space for everybody everywhere. And we've done that through this book. I'm just, like I said, I'm going to be bold and I'm going to say it. We've done it, and we would love for you to get your copy on April 19th. Check in the comments one more time. Hugs are considered the cuddle hormone. I love that. I love that. Mandy said, definitely going to promote you both in my community project and introduce the book. And you ladies, this book is going to change lives. Again, so proud of you both. Thank you so much for
thank you
all
so
of your
much.
support, Mandy. We love you. And all of you, your support, whether you're on the Hug Squad or you're just like, hey, I'm going to get the book when it comes out. We really appreciate you. But just know that the more people that dive into the Hug Squad and help us by purchasing the book on the 19th, the more eyes that are going to be on this incredible story that is going to be a hug in book form. A hug in
Yeah.
book form. That's
Hug in book form. That's it. That's it. Oh, real quick.
yes.
Also, before, because I know we have to get to birthdays and
Yeah, yeah.
whatnot. But real quick, also, anyone can do this, an adult, a children, on how to draw a koala, which I think you provided the link on there as well, where you
Yes.
could get the um, anyone that would love to tag us, post it and tag us in on it. Will be, and then we'll show it here on Project Over Live. We'll
Yes.
show all the pictures here on Project Over Live. So I think that's just a great. It takes me back to my childhood a little bit because I remember going up and watching on TV. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they always had like a little section for all the birthdays, so you could send in a happy birthday and it would come across the screen, and then there would be different artwork that you could see
I
of
think
all
it was
ages.
Reading Rainbow used to do that, I think.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just love that. And I love that we could bring that like a little bit back to where we could show it here on live. And it just warms my heart. I can't wait to see all of the creativity. So
Yes. So when you guys actually when you register through that link there, even if you're part of the Hug Squad, you can do this too. When you pre-register for learning about the book at that link down below, you're going to get a PDF that is a special, it's a condensed version of how to draw a koala. And so you can get that now, and you can start being creative over there. Get your paints out, your crayons, whatever you're going to use, and draw your koalas. And you can email them to me at jessica@thebreakthroughshow.com. And we're going to show them anytime Brittany's on the show. We'll show whatever ones have come in, we'll show on the show, which will be fun, I
yeah,
think,
that'll
as
be
well. Yes, Zoom, PBS Kids Days.
PBS
Yes,
kids. Mhm.
that too. too. I have the theme song to Reading Rainbow in my head, which is, it just keeps going. It just won't stop. And to finish out, there is a quote from the book that is on the back that starts, "The best part is that they were together." And so all of that said, we are so thankful to be here together with you and leaning in on that gratitude. We're going to skip really quickly to our second installment of Sharon Saraga Walters Grata Reps. And when we come back, we've got birthdays. So here's Sharon Saraga Walters now with your Grata Reps for the day.
I'm Sharon, your fitness trainer of gratitude, and I'm here with you for another example, a few examples of different gratitude exercises, and I call those gratitude reps. So in my book, Graticize 365, on step 3, I talk about finding gratitudes, and everything I do in my work and in my books is all in fitness workout terms. So that's where the repetitions come in. You know, when you do your exercise workout, you do repetitions or reps, you call them. So today I'm going to give you some more examples of my gratitude reps. And I encourage you to find at least 3 today. And actually, I'm gonna even challenge you more. I'd even say 3 gratitude reps every day. You'll notice a difference and change by doing that. So here are my 3 gratitude reps for today. The first one is I called a friend today who I haven't talked to in a really long time, and I sang her happy birthday. And she wasn't home, but at least I've been wanting to do it for years, actually. It's been like 2 or more years since I have called her and sang to her happy birthday. So today was the day, so lots of gratitude for that one. Gratitude number 2. I have so much gratitude for the house cleaning people that come and do an amazing job. They just love on our home, and it feels so good to come back in the house and just enjoy our home after they've come. But to take that another step, I would say another gratitude for that is I had some socks that I never wear, 8 pairs, and they were cool tie-dye socks. And I decided I was going to see if they wanted to have them, and they were thrilled. So I gave them these 8 pair of socks that they made me feel so good. The smile on their faces, it was awesome. And the last one is just the gratitude. I don't know about you, but I encourage you to at least go in one room in your home and find one gratitude, because I have done just that today. So there's your 3 gratitude reps. Just try it out. If you like it the first day, keep it going. So stop and give me 3 gratitude reps. Have a gratitude day.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. Thank you so much, Sharon Saraga Walters, for our second Grata Rep segment. What are your 3 Grata Reps you are going to do today? Let us know. I started my day off here on Project Joy Live with you. That's my first Grata Rep for the day. And I've got a couple more to do today. So thank you, Sharon, always for that reminder. You ready to do birthdays, Brittany?
Let's get it.
Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, you guys, in the celebrity world, Marvin Gaye, who passed away in 1984, had a birthday today. And it's so funny because my workout this morning included, I Heard It Through the Grapevine, which is one of my favorite songs. I heard it through the grapevine. Anyway, we're going to be here all day singing that song. Hans Christian Andersen, speaking of children's authors, one of the greatest, who passed away many years ago, had a birthday today. Actor Christopher Maloney, 64 years old. You might know him from Law & Order SVU in the earlier days. He's not on the show anymore, but I love him on Law & Order SVU. The celebrities in my life over the weekend, past guest Jolene Tremblay had a birthday, and past guest and co-host Lori Ann Davis had a birthday over the weekend as well. Happy birthday to both of you. Today, Stacy Nye and Jennifer Watrous have birthdays, so happy birthday to you both as well. Brittany, do you have any birthdays happening today?
I actually looked, and I don't. Not today.
No.
Not today.
I actually looked this time, you guys. Listen, I got a full transparency. Sometimes I don't look until right before I come on the show either. So it is what it is, you guys. But happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating. So let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday, to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marvin Gaye, Hans Christian Anderson, Christopher Maloney, Jolianne, Lorianne, Stacy Nye, Jennifer Watrous. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. I also want to give a big shout out over on the IG to Christy, Renee, Laura, Tim, Nathan, Kevin. Thank you guys for joining us over on the IG. We appreciate you and all of your comments today. Love you so much. Coming up today, after we leave here, guys, at 11 a.m. Eastern time, we have an all-new installment of Ask the Trainer with Sharon Saraga Walters that you guys just saw in the Grad-a-Rep segment. She'll be joining us in our virtual gym, which you can find at the breakthroughshownetwork.club. The breakthroughshownetwork.club. When you go there under chill spaces, you'll see a virtual gym, and you can come and join us for that. The direct links are also in the social media posts, so you can check that out as well. And then what else do we have going on here? Starting yesterday, actually, our community fitness hour at 12 p.m. Eastern time shifted to a midday walk and talk. So that means that you can come and get some steps in midday and chat with your friends and do whatever you can do through the huffing and puffing is what you can do at 12 o'clock in the virtual gym. I'm going to be back with you guys on Friday for an all-new episode of Project Joy Live. Danielle will be here. My daughters will be here. We're going to be dishing about everything that happened at 90s Con. We needed a special episode just for that, so we'll be doing that on Friday as well. We have coffee coming up on Saturday, all kinds of stuff, but you can find our calendar at the breakthroughshownetwork.com or .club, and we invite you to come hang out with us behind the scenes because it'll be a blast. Anything you want to leave our audience with today, Miss Brittany?
Just a friendly reminder that no matter what you're going through, that you are never truly alone, and that there will always be hugs.
There will always be hugs. You guys hear that? As we close out today, I want to gently remind all of us that life is full of seasons. Some are joyful, some are tender, and some are downright hard. But through it all, we carry with us the ability to connect, to love, to hug, to simply be present with one another. That is the heart behind There Will Be Hugs. It's not just a book. It's an invitation to remember that no matter what is going on around us, we can always return to love. We can always offer a hug, a hand, a word, a smile. So today, whether you're celebrating, grieving, or somewhere in between, may you remember the power of a simple hug, and may you share one with someone who needs it. I'm Jessica Dugas. This is Brittany Floyd, and we want to remind you that you are the joy, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.